What's going on, everybody? This Afro Think Tank. I got my coffee today. All right, hold on. All right. Nicki Minaj. Nicki. Who's surprised? Huh? Who's surprised that Nicki Minaj is MAGA? Who's surprised? Now, the Barbs are surprised. But if you really think about it, these hip-hop artists, right? We're surprised that these hip-hop artists are cooning, right? We're surprised that they're cooning. But here's the thing. They've always been cooning. Hip-hop artists been cooning since gangster rap. And once gangster rap stopped, that's when they started cooning. That's when they started working with white people, right? To destroy their communities by pumping poison in the communities while they get out of that community, live on a high hog with those white folk. I mean, y'all remember Lil Wayne? What did he say when he got a little rich? Huh? He like, white supremacy? Oh, all it took was money for him to not see white supremacy. That's all it took. Lil Wayne, right? Every time they come around your city, bling, bling. The dude literally came up with the word. Lil Wayne, the guy who came up with all these little words that we all say globally. This guy, one of the most influential rappers who told us to go kill each other in the streets. That guy told us racism don't exist. I love police officers. That guy gets an artist named Nicki Minaj. Nicki Minaj never had one album that anybody cared about. They didn't have a bunch of features by Drake and everybody else in the hip-hop industry. The whole time she been in the hip-hop industry, she been beefing with every female. Even though she's an industry plant who copied goddamn Lil' Kim to the T, right? Didn't beef with Lil' Kim, even though Lil' Kim destroyed her, all right? But because we know how the industry works, they pushed Nicki Minaj anyway, right? Who all she do is talk about how she's better than every woman. When given the power by the goddamn industry to be an industry's plant, she could have took that opportunity to be the big queen that she could have been, and she could have galvanized all the females and made an even bigger conglomerate of African-American or black hip-hop artists, and they could have took over industry together like a conglomerate, but she didn't want to do that because she thought she was better than everybody else. Anytime any other female gets shine, here comes Nicki Minaj talking shit. Anytime. But Nicki Minaj herself has never proven that she can do it by herself, while talking shit about other people who made albums by themselves and reach those mountaintops without having to tear down other female artists. Nicki Minaj's whole identity is to tear down people for money. After she tells women to be whores, because her name is Nicki Minaj, it's in the name. Nicki, I'm a whore. I like menage a trois, and I want everybody to know it. Nicki Minaj, that's her name. A goddamn role model who goes around making poisonous music that poisons our little girls, repeating the shit that come out her mouth. She works for white supremacy. She's a coon. She's been a coon the whole time. So you think that her going over there to the Republicans and saying MAGA, MAGA, MAGA is actually a surprise? You guys been tripping this whole time. Every one of these hip-hop artists that make money talking about the black community, pumping and exacerbating the lower parts of the black community, every one of them are coons. And all of them are MAGA, just like Donald Trump, just like the white supremacists. They do the job for them. They're the contractors of white supremacy. It's white supremacy wrapped in hip-hop wrapping paper. That's why when I hear this daggone, what's this new movement now? With the hip-hop saying the fuck the streets movement. Yeah, I don't believe none of y'all until y'all can come out with a CD and use that talent you think you got to motivate your people in your community while using that same beat. I don't want to hear shit. Because every one of you hip-hop artists that's talking about, oh, fuck the streets, after you done made money from the streets and then moved to them fancy-ass fucking neighborhoods, going to them Diddy parties with them white folks that taught Diddy how to make a Diddy party, and they having them right now that you've been used and abused and poked in the butt, now you like F the streets. Right? So that means y'all next CDs y'all gonna come out with is gonna be about black people doing good for each other, right? It's gonna be about black love and black power and pro-blackness and fighting the power, right? That's what y'all gonna go back to, huh? That's what all y'all rappers are gonna go back to. Y'all gonna go back to talking positive about the community using that 808 beat, right? You're gonna use that black power for something positive on your next CD since y'all talking about fuck the streets, right? Because if y'all not gonna do that, all y'all bullshitting, all y'all coons, every one of them. So Nicki Minaj, I'm not surprised. But what I am surprised is she's so stupid, she jumping on the ship while it's sinking. That's the funny part. That shows you, even though these These celebrities got money. They don't know what the fuck's going on. If Nicki Minaj had, if her goddamn assistant knew what was going on, if her goddamn financial advisor knew what was going on, if her goddamn freaking production company knew what was going on, they would know, don't attach yourself to a sinking ship. And she picked all the time. She picked it right now. Self-sabotage. I don't care what happened to her. Nicki Minaj has always been a nasty, disgusting, evil-spirited individual who should have never been given an opportunity. Because she don't never, every time a woman comes up, she always try to smash them down and keep other women down because she want to be the top dog, top B-I-T-C-H. Well, yeah, she can go right over there, MAGA, who clearly say they don't like her black ass, but she don't care because I bet you they're paying her some good money. Because these rappers, they care about the money more than their people. So until they care more about their people than the money, we don't care about their, oh, I'm rich now, fuck the streets mentality. Why don't you say fuck the streets while you still in the streets? How about that shit? How about you go down there with the guys that's still in the streets and lift them out of the streets instead of spending your money on unnecessary gold diamonds, fucking subjugating the Sudanese by being a part of the reason why they need to go over there and steal shit from them motherfuckers in the first place. Huh? Boycott diamonds and gold. That's the only shit you guys advertise, all white people shit. You advertise colonialism in Africa. You advertise and promote these corporations to go over there and exploit the world. And you promote that shit for free with your diamonds and your golds and your jewels and shit like that shit mean nothing. There ain't nothing but a fucking chain on your neck because you ain't nothing but a rich slave and niggas. That's what all of you are. I'm not fucking surprised about none of these hip hop. None of these guys are revolutionary. Y'all not like DMX. DMX was a real one. And they took him down because he was a real one. Ain't none of y'all like that. So I'm not surprised at all. I'm not surprised one bit. And I hope Nicki Minaj has the days ahead of her that she deserves. Anyway, tell me what you think in the comment section. It's Afro Think Tank. Learn something, teach something. I'm out.
Now, when Nicki Minaj came out and did that whole thing about Christians being persecuted in Nigeria, I knew then that she was positioning herself to be a part of the MAGA movement. Now, I was a Nicki Minaj fan about 15 years ago when she had come out and she was like the mixtape queen on everybody's albums. The song Monster that she did with Kanye West before he too went crazy. Or Bottoms Up that she did with Usher. Things like that. Never liked her singles and never got into the beef that she had with Cardi B. Didn't care about any of that. But lately I noticed that she did kind of fall off. And her music career fell not too long before she announced that she was getting married. Now, there is a lot of speculation as to why she is doing what she is doing when it comes to the Bonesborough administration and why she is suddenly coming out after everything that we have seen in these past 10, 11 months. Why is she coming out to support them in this fashion when her words before, specifically about the VP, seem to be a little bit different? Now, Turning Point USA had this memorial thing in Phoenix, and Nicki Minaj came to speak at that. And notably, a lot of the other Black creators who also were part of Turning Point USA were not invited to this event, but she was. That can probably be chalked up to her status as someone who is super famous, and perhaps someone that they can use to be the face to try to gather more of the Black community. Now that Candace Owens had proven herself to be against Turning Point USA, they don't have a Black face to put in front to try to gather more people of the Black community to cheer on and support their own demise. So Nicki Minaj, someone of her celebrity and fame, can be that. Someone with her influence can probably bring in new people to Turning Point USA, or at least get them indoctrinated into that rhetoric. And boy, girl is ready. The thing is, what's in it for her? I have 3 possibilities that we'll break down. One that I'm hearing is her husband, Kenneth Petty, which that is the perfect name for his petty ass. Nicki Minaj and Kenneth Petty got married in 2019. But before that, he had a pretty long rap sheet. He was convicted of attempted SA in 1994. He and the girl that he tried to SA were both 16 years old. So I've been hearing rumors that he himself is a pedo. No, he tried to SA someone when he and that person were both kids. Now, he was convicted of that and got 4 years in prison. When he got out, he needed to register as a level 2 offender. This was in New York. Now, in 2006, he pled guilty to first-degree manslaughter after the unaliving of a man named Lamont Robinson. He got 10 years for that, but he only served 7. I don't know where Nicki Minaj picked this guy up from, but they married in 2019, and they moved to California. Now, in California, he was supposed to register as an offender because he was registered as an offender in New York. He didn't do that. He thought he could get a clean slate by moving across the country. That is not how that worked out. He was arrested in 2020, and he pled guilty in 2021, and was sentenced in 2022 to 1 year of house arrest, as well as 3 years of probation and $55,000 in fines. And I think it is important to note here that that crime was a federal offense, which I'll get back to. Now, he violated his probation when he made a social media video threatening the rapper Offset. In that video was another person with a rap sheet. all of the things in which he was not supposed to be doing. So they gave him an additional 120 days of house arrest. Now, on top of that, Nicki and Petty were sued by the girl that Petty had tried to essay when they were 16. That girl sued them in 2021, saying that they were intimidating her, harassing her, and trying to bribe her with up to $500,000 to sign a pre-written statement recanting her accusations against Petty. Now, in 2022, the suit was dropped against Nicki, but the case is ongoing between this girl and Petty. And just as a side note, Nicki and Petty were also sued and had to pay $500,000 to a security guard in Germany after Nicki and the security guard got into an argument and Petty broke his jaw. Seriously, where did she find this guy? Now, people are saying that she is doing this with the whole MAGA thing because she wants a pardon for her husband, and she wants his record expunged so that he no longer has to register as an offender. The problem is, the current POS of the United States cannot pardon people for state crimes. Petty was convicted of attempted SA and pled guilty to manslaughter in New York. He was charged by New York State. So those crimes are not going away. The only thing that Bone Spurs could do is pardon him of the crime of not registering in California, because that was a federal crime. So if that's not it, then maybe it's something else. People have also brought up that her older brother, Jelani Mirage, is also in trouble. Now, Jelani Mirage was convicted in 2017 for repeatedly essaying his 11-year-old stepdaughter. He assaulted her multiple times a week while her mother was at work for months. Just Bone Spurs' type. Now, this occurred in Long Island, and he was sentenced in 2020 to 25 years to life for this crime. The crime took place in 2015. He was convicted in 2017 and was sentenced to 25 years in 2020. He has since tried over and over again to appeal the conviction, but has been rejected thus far by the judges. Now, one could think that she is doing this to try to get a pardon for her brother, but he's facing the same problems as her husband because the attack on that 11-year-old girl was done in Long Island. So the state of New York is the one that has prosecuted him. These are state charges, and the state is the one that sent him to jail for 25 years. These aren't federal charges, so Bone Spurs can't do anything about those federal charges. Not in the sense of just pardoning him and being done with it. Now, the third reason why she is doing this may be a little bit more likely. Nicki Minaj, even though she has been here since she was 5 years old, is not a citizen of the United States. She was born in Trinidad and Tobago, and she came here when she was 5 years old to be with her mother, who had a green card and is also not a citizen of the United States. Nicki Minaj is a legal resident with a green card, but I laughed a little bit when she said our president because she didn't even vote for him. She couldn't. She's not a citizen. So technically, he's not her president. But that's what she's going to say because it sounds really good to the base. But not only that, is I can't help but think that the timing of this is a little interesting. Bone Spurs' rhetoric against immigrants has been getting browner and browner. And after the oh-so-convenient attack in D.C., Bone Spurs has really been honing in on the Black-presenting immigrant community. People like her. There is no better way to make sure that you don't get deported or detained than to suck up to Bone Spurs. And being that she has $1 million for that gold card, positioning herself in that way could also help her fast track her citizenship. But then why not just pay the $1 million for the gold card and be done with it? Well, for one, she's Black, so she has to do a little bit more to get that gold card. But second, cozying up to people who are in Bone Spurs' orbit can help her garner favor to get some backdoor deals going at the state level to help her brother and her husband. Trying to influence the federal laws, for example, when it comes to the registry, or having Bone Spurs put pressure on some of those judges that her brother is trying to get to appeal his case. Snuggling up to the UN ambassadors, which will get her a lot of openings to other people within the administration, and thus the people who make the laws. Nicki Minaj could have quietly supported Bone Spurs, and I can't say whether what she is saying she actually believes or not. Not my place, I don't care. But what it does seem like is that she has a couple of objectives that she is trying to accomplish by sucking up to Bone Spurs and his administration. And they are more than happy to invite her in because they need a Black presenting face to replace Candace Owens. Black people, don't be fooled by this. She does not have the Black community's best interests at heart. And to get what she wants, she is more than willing to lead some in the Black community toward their own demise.
So Nicki Minaj came out as a Trump supporter this weekend. Now, is she doing this just to get a pardon for her brother who was convicted of a seriously horrendous crime? Probably. That's probably why. But even without that, I think that the reason Nicki is a Republican is the same reason that a lot of people became Republican during the COVID years. Because they realized that smart people don't like them. And this is exactly what happened to Nicki back in 2021 when she tweeted out that her cousin's friend had to cancel his wedding due to swollen balls after taking the COVID vaccine. And a lot of people corrected her and made fun of that tweet, and she decided to do what Trump did, is to say, you know what? Fuck these smart people. I'm going to go hang out with Republicans. And this is exactly what happened to Aaron Rodgers and Kanye West. When people go down conspiracy theory rabbit holes, they end up being Republican because eventually you don't want to talk to smart people anymore. You just want to hang out in fantasy land. So it is sad to see Nicki go down the Trump route because I think she's a phenomenal rapper. But I guess we'll see if she gets a pardon out of this. I would not be surprised. All right, guys, that's the update. Hope you had a great weekend. Love you. Talk to you soon. All right.
It's really crazy how Nicki Minaj came over here as an illegal immigrant, had an abortion as a teenager after having an unwanted pregnancy, and has a fan base full of men in wigs. Yet she's now repping MAGA, who was anti-immigrants of any kind, illegal or otherwise, anti-abortion, and is definitely anti the LGBTQ. Like, what fucking time zone, Twilight fucking zone, alternate reality are we fucking living in right now?
So now that Nicki Minaj is basically a Republican, are the Barbs ready for the MAGA era? MAGA Minaj, the MAGA Barbs, the Trump Barbs, the Barb Trumps. I'm sure y'all will think of like a clever name for that, but are y'all prepared for it? I'm excited for this. Y'all need to get y'all pink MAGA hats ready, because you know she has a new album coming out. Y'all need to wear this to the concert. Also, y'all should be paying attention to Trump's Trump rally tour for 2026 because he might bring Nicki out. You know Trump and Nicki Minaj are both from Queens. They might do a surprise pop-up Trump-Nicki Minaj rally in Queens. You don't want to miss it. I think I'm most excited for the MAGA Minaj merch because I feel like that stuff is going to be worth something later on down the line. I mean, who knows? This could potentially be bigger than her Fendi collab and her Kmart collab. 2026 is gearing up to be a good year already. You know, Nicki, she doesn't rap about her WAP because she's the queen of rap and just Republicans don't do that. That's those nasty ass Democrats like Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion doing shit like that.
Nicki Minaj saying that she support Trump is wild, but not for the reasons that y'all think. So when a black celebrity supports him like this, people go, why are y'all mad? She's allowed to have her opinion. Cool. And we allowed to say that it's a bad opinion. Your boy DT looks a lot friendlier when the consequences of the policies don't actually hit your life. Because this ain't free thinking. This is rich people's politics. See, when you got money, taxes hit you differently, laws hit you different, police hit you differently, like don't mess with you at all. Consequences are totally different for rich people. So yeah, let's not act confused. This man didn't accidentally harm black communities. This was all intentional. Redlining rhetoric, law and order, dog whistles, rolling back voting protections, empowering folks who here make America great again. And think for who? And please miss me with that both sides talk. One side is annoying, and the other side tried to overturn the election and sell democracy on the Facebook marketplace.
Nicki Minaj does not have some master plan to excuse why she's at Turning Point USA and why she's like basically endorsing Donald Trump. She is a hateful person. Like, y'all are, come on now. And to see people try to defend it by saying that she's worried about her safety and wants protection, no, because how did being Republican protect Charlie Kirk? But secondly, if she was so concerned about safety and protection, why would she marry a man who has gang affiliations, who, due to his own actions, has to be on a registry where his address is publicly available? Like, why would she marry and have a kid with somebody like that, where you literally cannot have the full levels of privacy and shit like that? Like, she is not smart. She is a hateful person. This is not some master plan. Like, what are we talking about? And for you guys to see all the things that this administration is doing and then try to say, oh, I'm not going to be mad at what black women choose to do to protect themselves. I'm sorry, when it comes to aligning themselves with like fascist regimes, you can't just, oh, I'm a black woman out of it. No. No. Like, come on now. It's getting, y'all are too grown to be making these excuses. I'm genuinely concerned. Like, at what point will you not, like, defend the BS? Come on now.
It's literally 2 in the morning, and I'm finding out that Nicki Minaj is a Trump supporter. And I mean full-fledged, like, I'm sure she voted for Trump. And not only did she vote for Trump, she don't regret it. Oh, God. Fuck this, fuck that, and bitch, fuck you. Fuck this, fuck shit, fuck your daddy too. No, I ain't forget your motherfucker too. Motherfucker, fuck your blood and this fuckery they got us going through. Some fuck-ass white man long ago got all his fuck-ass friends on board with fucking up the world for sport, with fucked up weapons, ways and words. Now fast forward to present day, their fuckery has had its way, but as sure as F-U-C-K, this dog will have its fucking day. Fuck this, fuck that, and bitch, fuck you. Fuck this, fuck shit, fuck your daddy too. No, I ain't forget your motherfucker too. Motherfucker, fuck your blood and this fuckery they got us going through. Those fuckers put us under spells, said fuck y'all to a living hell. Fuck all the laws that nature tells, so we die cursed while they live well. But fuck, I've had it up to here. I curse their curses with no fear. I give no fucks, I live to hear the song that justice sings so clear.
Ain't nobody trying to argue with you all damn day, bro. Shut the fuck up. Damn.
Free Sudan! Boycott diamonds and gold! Free Sudan! Boycott diamonds and gold! We most definitely cannot forget about the people of Sudan!
Thanks for watching Afro Think Tank. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And follow me on Substack and Patreon for more content. Remember, it's Pan-Africanism or nothing.